In this problem, we need to make a graph of this exponential function, f of x equals 2/3 to the x power. The way we're going to do that is plot some points and then figure out where the asymptote is and draw the asymptote in. And then if you're in Alex, you can just press the exponential button and it's going to fit an exponential curve to your points and asymptote. We'll just try to make our best guess here and sketch it in. So let's start by creating this table of values. This shouldn't be too hard. So they've given us these specific numbers they want. So let's try -2 first. So we would have 2/3 to the -2 power. And remember, the negative part of an exponent will flip a fraction upside down, give you the reciprocal. And then the 2 is just squaring. So we're going to have 3 halves. And then with the 2, we're going to square both the top and the bottom. So this is 9/4. Okay. -1, all it does is flip the fraction, something to the -1 power. So this is 3 halves. And anything to the 0 power is the number 1. That's a good one to remember. And anything to the first power is just itself, so that's 2/3. And let's see, anything to the second power, we just square the top and the bottom here, any fraction, so that's 2 squared over 3 squared, so that's 4/9. So we've got our coordinates. Let's go ahead and plot these points. So -2 and 9/4 is going to be a little bit over 2 here, and -1 and 3 halves, so that's 1.5, and 0 and 1, so that's right there, and 1 and 2/3, it's right there, and 2 and 4/9, so about 1/2. So what it looks like to me is it's slowly approaching the x-axis down here. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch in an asymptote. And you'll draw that as a dashed line. I'm going to put it as a red line. So there's our asymptote. And then to draw this in, actually it would be useful, since all of these points really just cluster around this one little section that almost looks like a straight line, it would be to plot something a little further on, because this is going to shoot up really quickly in this direction. So for example, let's say we put in -5 here. We would have 3 halves. I'll flip the fraction. And then 3 to the 5th power over 2 to the 5th power, that's going to be a pretty big number. So let me just grab my calculator here. 3 to the 5th power is 243, and 2 to the 5th power is 32. And so that's 7 or 8, somewhere in there. So at -5, we're already up to something like this. So let's see if we can sketch this. So here it'll tail off asymptotically, getting closer and closer, and then starts to curve up and begins to shoot up faster and so forth like that. So that's a reasonably okay sketch of this exponential function.